I speak the word of peace. I speak the word of divine stillness. I now erase from my mind every thought of anxiety, unrest, and turmoil. There is no chaos in divine mind, and I am one with the divine mind. Therefore, there is no chaos in my life. I walk in the light of infinite calm. I live in the consciousness of unshakable stillness. The floodgates of peace are now open, and the quiet of the universe is pouring into my life freely, fully, and without delay. I do not strain. I do not panic. I do not fight. I breathe. I settle. I receive. All that is mine by divine right is now restored to me. It is mine by divine law. It is mine by divine timing. I let go of anxiety, and I claim my peace. God is my immediate and eternal source of stillness. I do not look to man. I do not look to circumstance. I do not look to the noise of the world. I look to God, and God never fails. Therefore, I cannot be shaken. Therefore, peace cannot fail to come to me. It is already on its way. I praise its arrival. I rejoice in its depth. I bless its flow. Deep and lasting peace comes to me now, quietly and gently under grace, in perfect ways. Deep and lasting peace comes to me now, quietly and gently, under grace, in perfect ways. Again I say, deep and lasting peace comes to me now, quietly and gently under grace in perfect ways. Every storm is stilled, every fear is calmed, every restless thought is quieted. I do not beg to feel peace. I do not force it. I know. I do not doubt. I speak the word, and the word does not return void. The law of peace is now working for me. The law of stillness is now established in my life. What is mine cannot be held back. What is mine cannot be delayed. What is mine flows to me with divine timing and divine order. I now stand fearless before the invisible. I speak the word of faith, and the word becomes flesh. I declare peace is mine now. Stillness is mine now. Perfect rest is opening in me now. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks under grace in perfect ways. God is my calm. God is my anchor. I turn away from panic. I turn away from fear. I turn away from the rush and the pressure and the unrelenting noise. I look to the infinite. I look to the one mind, the one power, the one source. I lift my eyes above the storm and fix them upon the truth. And the truth is, I am held. I am covered. I am not swept away by the tides of life. All things I need, all the rest I seek, all the stillness I desire is already complete in divine mind. There is no chaos in spirit. There is no fear in spirit. There is only peace, flowing and full, endless and eternal. God is my stillness, and I am connected to this stillness through faith. I do not earn peace through effort. I do not force calm through willpower. I receive rest through trust. I align with truth. I speak the word, and the word becomes flesh. I declare. I affirm. I know God is my peace. I rest in this knowing. I relax into this truth. I do not need to understand everything to feel peace. I believe it, and then I feel it. I do not strive. I surrender. I do not tense. I release. I do not fight. I flow. And the word I speak is power. The word I speak is law. The word I speak moves the unseen and brings forth the seen. I now call upon my divine stillness. I now claim my divine rest. I was never meant to live in anxiety. I was never meant to carry this weight. I was never meant to be undone by the storms of life. These are lies of fear, not laws of God. The law of God is peace. The law of God is rest. The law of God is stillness in the middle of every storm. And I am under this law now. Not the law of worry, but the law of spirit. I walk in a higher law. I live in a higher vibration. I move with faith and speak with authority. God is my peace. And deep and lasting peace comes to me now quietly and gently under grace in perfect ways. I speak it again. Deep and lasting peace comes to me now quietly and gently under grace in perfect ways. I do not worry how. I do not worry when. I only know the source. And the source is faithful. The source is endless. The source is mine. I now relax every muscle. I now soften every thought. I now silence every doubt. I am safe. I am still. I am at rest. I do not need to push. I do not need to perform. I do not need to manage every outcome. I walk in trust. I walk in flow. I walk in favor. What is mine is resting in me. What is mine cannot be disturbed. What is mine cannot be taken by fear. What is mine by divine right. All channels of calm are open now. All gates of rest are unlocked now. All barriers of anxiety are dissolved now. I let it come. I let it flow. I let it rise. God is my peace. I return to this truth again and again. I let it cover me like a blanket. I let it wash over me like water. I let it calm me like morning light. I am held. I am quieted. I am never abandoned. I am never abandoned. I speak this word as law. All that I need comes to me now in stillness. All that I seek comes to me now in rest. All that I have asked for is already known in spirit. I open to receive. I open with peace. I open with praise. I praise the unseen calm. I praise the invisible hand that steadies me. I praise the process, for I know it is already done. My words are not empty. My words are seeds. I speak them in love. I speak them in power. I speak them in full faith. I do not need to feel ready. I already am. I do not need to control it all. I was never meant to. I place no limits on God. I remove all limits from my mind. I am worthy of rest. I am worthy of rest. I am worthy of calm. I am worthy of a life that is not ruled by fear. I release every past belief of restlessness. I release every thought of unending worry. I now declare the peace I need is here. The calm I long for is here. The stillness that belongs to me is here. It comes to me now in ways I cannot imagine. It comes to me now from depths I do not yet see. It comes to me now by divine direction. I give thanks for what is already mine. I give thanks in advance. I give thanks by faith. My heart is open. My life is ready. My spirit is steady. God is my peace. I shall not be shaken. God is my peace. I do not fear. God is my peace. I am in rest. God is my peace. I am already still in the unseen. I am already undisturbed in truth. I am already resting in my wholeness. God is my peace, and I receive now. God is my peace, and I receive from that stillness freely and fully. As I remain still in this truth, I begin to feel the soft movement of divine calm unfolding around me. I do not need to grasp. I do not need to strive. I do not need to make anything happen. What is mine is drawn to me. What belongs to me finds me. What is prepared for me appears before me, not through strain, but through spiritual alignment. I am a vessel of peace, and my stillness is made powerful by the words I speak and the faith I hold. I speak truth, and truth responds. I expect calm, and calm appears. I stand in the knowing that I am magnetic to every form of divine rest. The peace I desire, the quiet I long for, the stillness I silently pray for, is already finding its way to me. I do not chase calm. I do not run after relief. I do not scramble for escape. Instead, I stand in light. I stand in love. I stand in law. And I let the law do the settling. I let the law bring it to me. I know that peace does not come from circumstances. It comes through circumstances. I know that rest does not come from the absence of problems. It comes through the presence of God within the problem. The source is always God. The source is always spirit. And when I am aligned with my source, I cannot be denied what is already mine. My stillness is not in my environment. It is in my alignment. It is in my words. It is in my inner knowing. And I now affirm I am a carrier of divine peace. Peace comes in many forms, and I accept them all. I accept peace in my thoughts. I accept peace in my body. I accept peace in my relationships. I accept peace in my home. I accept peace in my waiting seasons. I no longer turn away from the flow. I no longer limit how peace can come. I no longer try to manufacture the calm I need. I simply remain still, and I allow. I allow the settling to happen. I allow the unexpected quiet to show up. I allow the stillness to surprise me. Deep and lasting peace comes to me now, and I accept it with joy, with grace, with open arms. There is no guilt in being at rest. There is no fear in choosing stillness. There is no shame in laying the weight down. I was created to breathe. I was created to be still. I was created to reflect divine quietness. I do not apologize for my peace. I radiate it. I now draw to me what is aligned with my highest rest. I draw people who are calming. I draw environments that are peaceful. I draw conversations that are gentle. I draw spaces that are honest. I draw moments that restore. The better I feel, the more I attract. The more I trust, the faster it flows. The more I rest, the more I receive. My stillness increases with praise. My peace expands with gratitude. My calm deepens with faith. The more I trust, the more I rest, and I do not need to feel perfectly undisturbed to receive. I do not need to perform stillness to attract it. I only need to return to truth. I only need to rest in faith. I only need to speak the word and expect results. And the word I now speak is, I am at peace. I am in rest. I am held in divine stillness. The law of peace is not outside of me. It is the law of my own being. My words are commands. My thoughts are containers. My breath is a signal, and I now speak words of calm. I now think thoughts of rest. I now feel the vibration of a mind completely at ease. I do not try to convince myself. I return to remembering. I remember who I am. I remember whose I am. I remember that I am held by the power that calms every sea. I remember that fear is not bigger than God. I remember that peace is not outside of me. It is already within me, seeking expression. I now bless all that I am, and I magnetize more. I bless every breath that has ever steadied me. I bless every morning that has greeted me with quiet. I bless the hands that have comforted me. I bless the seasons that taught me to be still, and I bless the greater stillness that is coming. I open every part of myself to receive peace. My mind is open. My heart is open. My body is open. My spirit is open. I am no longer holding tension with clenched fists. I am no longer delaying rest with endless doing. I am no longer pushing calm away with fear. I welcome it in with love. I welcome it in with joy. I welcome it in with trust. It finds me now. It reaches me now. It flows to me now. I do not question how. I only affirm that it is done. I allow it. I expect it. I receive it. I know who I am. I know what I carry. I know what I deserve, and what I deserve is a life of deep, unshakable, divine peace that is already making its way to me now. I attract it. I draw it. I receive it. I am a carrier of divine peace. I am a carrier of divine peace. And because I carry it, the law of stillness is always working for me. It cannot be turned off. It cannot be interrupted. It cannot be reversed. The law of peace is spiritual law, and spiritual law never fails. I do not need to see evidence before I believe in its power. I believe, and the evidence follows. I trust the law. I align with the law. I speak in harmony with the law. and I am now surrounded by a divine energy that causes everything I touch to become calm. Every space I enter shifts. Every conversation I join softens. Every moment I inhabit deepens. There is no chaos that can outlast my peace. There is only settling, only quieting, only rest. I do not shrink in fear. I do not contract in doubt. I do not tighten in panic. I release with love. I breathe with joy. I soften with expectation. I am always opening. I am always settling. I am always growing deeper in stillness. The peace I carry expands into every room I enter. The calm I hold spreads into every heart I touch. The stillness I embody returns to me as grace, as rest, as unshakable wholeness. I am not afraid to be still, for I know the source. I do not lose when I rest. I gain when I rest. I do not diminish when I lay it down. I expand, because the law of peace cannot be broken. And I live under that law. I live in that vibration. I move in that rhythm. I now release all past beliefs that told me I had to be anxious to be responsible. I release all memories that taught me that rest was weakness. I erase the old programming of fear, tension, and unrelenting urgency. I no longer operate from the false belief that I must carry it all. There is enough grace. There is always enough. There will forever be enough. I now speak the word of peace. I declare the law of stillness. I affirm the power of inner rest. I am open. I am ready. I am available to receive. I am available to rest. I am available to simply be. I bless what I have. I look around me, and I bless it. I bless my breath. I bless my body. I bless my quiet moments. I bless my mind. I bless my mornings. I bless my evenings. I bless every second of stillness, no matter how brief. And I watch it grow. What I bless increases. What I appreciate multiplies. What I thank expands. I walk through my day blessing every peaceful thing. I bless the silence before the day begins. I bless the pause between my words. I bless the exhale that releases tension. I bless the moments that remind me I am safe. I bless every breath that comes without effort. I walk in a constant state of calm, and everything around me is drawn into that vibration. I do not compare. I do not compete. I do not worry. The law of peace is personal. It is tailored to me. It meets me exactly where I am and takes me exactly where I am meant to be. There is no pressure. See, there is no urgency. There is no rush. Peace happens in perfect timing, in perfect rhythm, in perfect grace. I relax into the knowing that every day I am deepening. Every moment I am softening. Even when I feel pulled, I am rooting. Even when I feel loud inside, I am returning. Even when I do not see change, the settling is happening beneath the surface. I plant seeds of stillness with every word. I plant seeds of calm with every act of trust. I plant seeds with every breath taken in faith, every surrender made in love, every moment I choose peace over panic. And I never worry about the harvest. The harvest is guaranteed. The harvest is already forming. The harvest of peace is always greater than the seed. So I breathe with open lungs. I release with joy. I let go with peace. I allow the law to carry every burden forward and return it as lightness, as rest, as a weight I was never meant to carry. I am no longer focused on how. I am focused on who, and the who is spirit. The who is the source. The who is always faithful. I speak the word of peace, and the universe listens. I speak the word of stillness, and the world responds. I speak the word of divine rest, and all things begin to quiet in my favor. I bless what I release, and I bless what returns. I bless the cycle. I bless the exhale. I bless the law. I am no longer afraid of letting go. I am no longer afraid of being still. I rest in faith. I receive in joy. I rise in gratitude. I live in the flow of divine peace. I live in divine peace. And because I live in that peace, what is mine cannot be stolen. What is mine cannot be shaken loose. What is mine cannot be denied. I do not beg for it. I do not chase after it. I do not force it into place. I do not need to hold it with clenching or grip it with anxiety. I trust the higher law. I trust divine timing. I trust divine order. What belongs to me by divine right rests within me now. What has my name on it is already settled. It may feel different than I expected. It may arrive quieter than I imagined. It may unfold more gently than I planned. But I do not need to know the how. I only rest in the knowing that what is mine is already here. I relax. I release. I receive. I do not stand in fear. I do not block the flow with doubt. I do not hold the door closed with worry. I open. I trust. I allow. All that I need, all that I seek, all that I have asked for, is already settled. I trust the stillness is never emptiness. I trust the quiet is never abandonment. I trust the waiting is always purposeful. I trust the process. I trust the plan. I trust the power that governs all things. I do not look at the noise. I do not look at the chaos. I look at the truth. And the truth is, nothing can disturb what God has settled. No person can shake it. No event can break it. No fear can uproot it. I am aligned with divine law. I am aligned with perfect order. I am aligned with the infinite. And the infinite never panics. The infinite never rushes. The infinite never runs out of grace. I let go of all tension. I let go of all fear of being undone. I let go of all need to hold everything together by myself. If it is mine, it stays. If it is mine, it returns. If it is mine, it deepens. I bless what I release. I bless what settles. I bless what comes. I bless what I no longer carry. And I declare, I do not lose when I rest. I only align. The more I trust, the deeper it flows. The more I still myself, the more I receive. The more I breathe, the more I expand. I now move through life with ease, knowing everything I need is already resting in the unseen. I do not rush the process. I do not resist the unfolding. I do not fear the silence. I remain in peace. I remain in faith. I remain in grace. All things are working for my highest good. Even when I do not see it, it is working. Even when I do not feel it, it is working. Even when I do not understand it, it is working quietly and perfectly on my behalf. I declare that everything meant for me is arriving in perfect stillness. I declare that everything prepared for me is appearing in divine calm. I declare that every door I need is opening now without striving. I walk through life knowing I cannot lose what God has given. I cannot be robbed of divine peace that lives inside me. I cannot be passed over for a rest that has already been written into my very design. There is no need to panic. There is no need to fear. There is no need to strive. I release the tension. I release the urgency. I release the need to control. I lean into trust. I lean into peace. 5. I lean into divine wisdom. It knows the way. It leads the way. It clears the way. I step into the path of right breath, right rhythm, right rest. I hear the right words. I feel the right calm. I say the right yes to stillness. I say the right no to chaos. I am guided without confusion. I am protected without effort. I am carried without struggle. I now walk as one who is held by grace. I walk as one who is covered by spirit. I walk as one who has nothing to prove and nothing to fear. I do not explain myself. I do not defend my right to rest. I hold my peace. I hold my posture. I hold my stillness. I now declare again, what is mine cannot be disturbed. It is settled in me like a deep river. It reaches me in quiet. It finds me in rest. It comes to me in peace. I let go of worry. I let go of control. I let go of doubt. I live by law. I speak with faith. I rest in grace. I open to receive. I open to receive because I trust the divine law that governs all things. And in this trust, I now declare that anxiety is not my master. Peace is my nature. Stillness flows to me and through me with divine purpose. Anxiety does not command my thoughts. It does not define my days. It does not control my breath. I am not beneath it. I am above it. I do not bow to fear. I settle into truth. I breathe with wisdom. I move with divine confidence. I am no longer afraid of the quiet. I am no longer ruled by the noise. I now see peace for what it is. A gift, a home, a channel. It flows where I invite it. It grows where I nurture it. It deepens where I return to it again and again. I do not speak of my peace with apology. I do not think of my rest with guilt. I do not act around my stillness with shame. I am calm. I am clear. I am grounded. I bless the peace I carry and it multiplies. I walk in it with intention and it expands. I share it with others and it returns to me in greater form. Peace is not fragile. It is not something to chase. It is not something to earn. It is something I welcome, something I inhabit, something I hold gently and gratefully. I do not panic about the peace I have not felt yet. I do not obsess about achieving calm. I do not hoard stillness. I flow with it. I return to it. I honor it as a gift of the Spirit. I now declare that I am free from the chains of inner chaos. I am free from anxious living. I am free from the vibration of constant fear. I am free from thoughts that told me I had to stay wound tight to survive. I release the idea that I must be afraid to be safe. I release the belief that rest is irresponsible. I release the story that peace is naive. I embrace the truth that stillness is strength. I embrace the truth that peace is a reflection of divine alignment. I embrace the truth that my inner calm is not separate from my power. It is the source of it. I express truth. I express calm. I express peace. And so, my life expresses peace too. I no longer allow chaos to lead me. I lead chaos. I lead it with vision. I lead it with clarity. I lead it with divine intention. I lead it with grace. I direct my breath toward God. I direct my thoughts toward truth. I direct my steps toward rest. I direct my words toward beauty, toward gentleness, toward expansion. I am not afraid to slow down. I am not afraid to breathe. I am not afraid to be still. I do not act from panic. I act from peace. I act from wisdom. I act from divine instruction. I am no longer controlled by fear of what might happen. I am no longer gripped by anxiety about what I cannot see. I am now seated in the consciousness of divine stillness. Perfect peace flows to me now. Perfect calm fills my life now. Perfect rest meets every need, answers every worry, fulfills every longing for quiet. I do not shrink when noise rises. I do not shake when pressure appears. I do not tremble when the world spins fast. I remain steady. I remain rooted. I remain strong, because anxiety is not my master. God is my peace. The source has never abandoned me to fear. The source has never left me unprotected. The source has never failed to offer rest to those who seek it. And so, I lack nothing. I lack no calm. I lack no stillness. I lack no quiet. I lack no grace. I command my thoughts with trust. I command my breath with vision. I command my emotions with divine confidence. I speak peace over what I think. I speak order over how I feel. I speak rest over every restless hour. I do not avoid my inner world. I enter it with love. I do not ignore my feelings. I acknowledge them with grace. I do not fear my quiet moments. I treasure them. I tend to them with joy. I breathe with wisdom. I rest with ease. I receive with grace. Peace comes to me to serve me, and it serves me well. It serves my healing. It serves my wholeness. It serves my calling. I allow it to be a blessing. I allow it to be light. I allow it to be joyful. I allow it to be easy. I let it serve me as I serve something higher. I do not serve chaos. I let peace lead me. I do not chase stillness. I become still, and it finds me. I now speak gently. I now speak boldly. I now speak with the power that was given to me from the beginning. I give thanks. I give thanks for the quiet. I give thanks for the rest. I give thanks for the overflow of divine calm. Gratitude is my magnet. Gratitude is my channel. Gratitude is my gateway to more. I do not wait to give thanks until the anxiety disappears. I give thanks now. I give thanks in faith. I give thanks in advance. I give thanks with calm. I give thanks with certainty, because I know peace is already mine. In the invisible, I know it is already here, in substance. I know it is already formed in spirit. And what is formed in spirit will manifest in perfect ways. I now live in the vibration of gratitude. I now walk in the atmosphere of answered prayer. I do not need to beg for what is already mine. I do not plead with what is already promised. I simply say, thank you. I thank the source. I thank the law. I thank the timing. I thank the unseen forces, arranging every detail. I thank the quiet that is coming. I thank the rest that is settling in me now. I thank the breath that comes without effort. I thank the paths that are opening gently. I thank the answers that are already wrapped in peace. My heart is open. My mind is still. My spirit is settled. I dwell in thanksgiving. I no longer need to prove anything. I no longer need to fix anything. I no longer need to push against anything. I breathe. I bless. I believe. And I give thanks. I give thanks for every moment of calm that has ever touched me. I give thanks for every breath that steadied my heart. I give thanks for every person who spoke peace into my life. I give thanks for every morning I woke up and chose trust. I give thanks for the divine circle, the endless movement, the perfect circulation of grace. Peace flows in, peace flows out. Stillness flows in, stillness grows and never runs dry. Always in divine rhythm, always in divine order. I now live in that rhythm. I now rest in that order. I no longer fear the letting go. I no longer fear the resting. I no longer fear the unknown. I give thanks through every step of the process. I give thanks in the middle. I give thanks in the in-between. I give thanks when I feel it, and I give thanks when I do not. Because gratitude is not a reaction, it is a decision. It is a posture. It is a law. And I stand under that law now. I live by that law now. I rise in that law now. I give thanks. I give thanks for the stillness that is still forming. I give thanks for the peace that is arriving quietly. I give thanks for the divine calm that is making its way to me through perfect and peaceful channels. I do not need to understand how. I only need to say thank you. I do not need to predict the path. I only need to praise the source. I do not need to control the outcome. I only need to celebrate the truth. The truth is, I am taken care of. The truth is, I am held. The truth is, I am supported by a peace that surpasses all understanding. I lean into that truth. I relax into that truth. I give thanks in that truth. I let go of complaints. I let go of fear. I let go of the noise that tells me I will never truly rest. I let go of the worry that says, calm will never come. I let go of the pressure that tells me to keep running. I rest in thankfulness. I rise in thankfulness. I expand in thankfulness. I breathe in peace, and I breathe out praise. I breathe in stillness, and I breathe out joy. I breathe in grace, and I breathe out thanksgiving. The stillness is already here. The peace is already on the way. The rest is already released into my life. I receive it with a grateful heart. I receive it with a grateful mind. I receive it with open hands and softened eyes. I bless the settling. I bless the quieting. I bless the return. I bless the soft whispers and the loud declarations of rest. I bless the smallest moments of peace and the greatest seasons of stillness. I bless the gentle beginnings and the great unfolding. I give thanks again and again. I give thanks. In the morning, I give thanks. In the evening, I give thanks. In the waiting, I give thanks. In the rising, I give thanks. In the stillness, I give thanks. In the overflow, I give thanks. And with every word of gratitude I speak, my world shifts. My atmosphere lifts. My peace multiplies. I become a clearer vessel. I become a stronger carrier. I become a faithful keeper of divine calm. I do not just want peace, I welcome it. I do not just need stillness, I thank it. I do not just hope for rest, I live in the vibration of its arrival. And so I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. And now I stand in the center of all that I have spoken, wrapped in peace, filled with trust, surrounded by grace. I have spoken the word, and the word is law. I have declared truth, and truth is moving on my behalf. I have released fear, and I have embraced faith. I do not wait to feel calm. I am already calm in the deepest place. I do not wait to be worthy of rest. I was born worthy. I do not wait to be allowed to be still. I am already invited. I am aligned. I am guided. I am held. I am at peace. Everything I carry is already being lightened. Everything I have been holding is already being lifted. Everything that troubled me is already being resolved in the quiet places. I allow it. I accept it. I welcome it. I receive it under grace in perfect ways.